Sons and daughters of MILFs, how has your mom being super hot affected your life? Growing up, my mom modeled for Harley Davidson and no fear. My friends all made comments, and I would act like it bothered me, but it really didn't. Not like it matters, but I wouldn't have preferred an ugly mom. She had a great confidence about her that she instilled in my brothers and me. The drawback was, I was a child of divorce, and my mom had no shortage of random dudes wanting to get it on with her. And of course, they would pretend to be really into her kids for a while, until they broke up. Then we'd never hear from them again, of course. It made me more annoyed than sad though. The alternative to this is that the ex hits the kids up to hang out after the breakup, which is apparently what you'd have preferred. I can understand for a long relationship over many years, where he starts to feel like a surrogate father of sorts, but short of that, it would just be strange. That happened to my youngest brother and sister, twins. My mom started dating this guy when they were really young. They dated off and on for the next decade, even got engaged twice. They just ultimately decided it wasn't going to work. He got really attached to my siblings and they were attached to him. They saw him as their dad. Even started calling him dad after a few years. He and my mom have been separated for almost 10 years now. He married but my mom didn't. He and his wife will still come pick up my siblings for father-son/daughter time. He comes to all of the family events and major events in their lives. He's really a godsend. Without him they would have grown up fatherless. It seems weird on the surface, but it works for all of them. Families come from all kinds of situations, not just the traditional, and I'm glad you guys were able to have something like that despite the circumstances. Love goes beyond stereotypes and conventions. I'm extremely familiar with non-tradition families. I have 7 total siblings, 3 from my stepmom and 4 from my biological mom, 5 different dads. Plus my siblings' dads also remarried and have kids with their wives. My parents also adopted 3 more kids. At one point in time we had 10 kids living in our house. Keeping food on the table was a daily struggle, $200 plus per week just in groceries. My parents still never turned away a hungry mouth. My parents' love and compassion for anything living is almost overwhelming. It's a beautiful chaos. I couldn't imagine my life without that. My mom had a relationship with my 5th grade teacher. Flirted with all my friends as well as my sister's boyfriends. Then she divorced my dad, who's a pastor. I would say she was a poor role model. Now she lives with a dentist in a $5 million house with an ocean view in Florida. Hate to break it to you, but I doubt that guy's a dentist. You sure he doesn't have meetings with guys who come with their own bodyguards? Dentists can make a killing down in Florida. Why? Everyone I know in Florida wears dentures. Wow. Let this be a warning to you, Reddit. Never make an offhand comment about dentistry in Florida. You think dentures are free? Everybody knows dentures grow on trees. George Washington's did. That's not true. His teeth were hippo ivory and other human teeth. False. His teeth were made of pure freedom mixed with bald eagle talons to form a red, white, and blue mixture that could be shaped into teeth. Not my mom, but my dad. As some background, he looks a bit like Thor in the Avengers movies. He's Norwegian too. Throughout my childhood my friends and their moms always told me how good looking he is. It didn't help that he was newly divorced. I was always so uncomfortable when they were like, wow, your dad is so good looking. Or I see where you get your looks from. When we go to dinner, women and the occasional man will buy him a drink or make any excuse to talk to him. Went on vacation to a resort in Arizona. Everyone stared at him. People will ask me if he's my boyfriend. I'm 18F and he's 45, but looks about 35. It's annoying. I'm 34 and could pass for 25. My stepdaughter is 16 and could pass for 20 easily. She is also stunningly beautiful. We seldom go anywhere just the 2 of us because people assume we are a couple. This is super creepy for both of us. If it makes you feel any better, 1000s of dudes are fapping to your comment. Everyone from Kate Upton to jail or has played the role of your daughter. Everything turns into I'd bang ya mom after any argument. I can't seem to have a normal discussion with no one. I had a friend whose mom was mildly attractive. This is exactly what would happen to the poor guy. You would get in an argument over doing something cheap to win a video game and ultimately it would be someone saying yeah well your mom is hot and I would bang her, which nearly always resulted in death threats. In high school/college every single one of my guy friends would tell me how hot my mom was if we were arguing. Really throws you off. It led to a lot of lewd jokes by my friends growing up, which I had to hit them for. Also sometimes my dad would talk about sex with my mom in front of other people, which was awkward. Not like graphic description, but it's weird to listen to your dad mention his active sex life to your high school football position coach. But yeah, from 13 to 18 there were a lot of "Kid, your mom is pretty hot dude. I wouldn't mind getting some alone time with her." To which I'd have to respond by saying "F you dude, that's my mom." I mean the alternative would be saying yeah my mom is pretty hot. Which is just f***ing weird and unacceptable. "Hey Kid, would you mind giving me your mom's number? It's for ERH. It's for academical purposes. Fab. What? Education comes first. No child's behind left. Especially if they have broken arms. Again. Will it ever be forgotten? No. Got. I knew a girl in high school who had a mom that was pretty young and very attractive. It was something that bothered her a lot and caused her self-esteem issues because whenever they would go anywhere, her mom would get all the attention and was the type of person who loved it. The guys at school would also talk a lot about how hot her mom was and always made jokes about it, which she usually brushed off, but you could tell they bothered her. That would be the same situation as my own mom. My grandmother used to be insanely hot and wasn't shy about showing off her body. To top it off, she is brilliant, well educated, very current, knows how to dress herself, and extremely outspoken. It makes me cringe at times. Then there's my mom. I guess growing up she would always tell my grandmother to cover up, wear less revealing clothing, act more her age, etc. My mom turned out very shy. Though very good looking, she won't show any skin above her elbows. I haven't ever seen her wear skirts or shorts that go above her knees. She never wears makeup, is always in a ponytail, wears sensible shoes, and just doesn't do a thing to improve her appearance. As a matter of fact, she will purposefully sabotage her looks with wearing baggy and unflattering clothing all in beiges and browns. And it's gotten worse over the years. My dad used to beg her to at least make herself look neat. He used to spend a lot of time and money buying her clothing, shoes and toiletries, and she would give them all away. He finally gave up on it. And it's not just my dad. About anyone she's close with will try to gently coax her into taking care of her appearance and grooming herself better. And as I got older, they would approach me and ask me to help her out with her looks. I tried. In the end I had to give up also. She's happy the way she is. And that's all that matters. Very beautiful. My mom is really hot, and it sucks, because I feel like, as her daughter, I kind of have to live up to how she looks. Friends are always telling me that my mom is awesome, and it makes me feel awkward lol. She's really stylish, though, so I get to borrow her clothes a lot. I'm a guy, but my mom was a personal fitness instructor for 15 years and now does nutritionist stuff. So she looks really good, and she also looks really young. Like 30. One of my friends started hitting on her, as 18, before I punched him in the stomach and yelled at him. But my mom is ridiculously strong and I'm a recovering anorexic. So anytime I can't open something or pick something up I have to call my mom to do it. All my friends give me shit about it. Lots of friend punching in this thread. That's how having a hot mom affects your life. You have to do a lot more friend punching. Did you really expect anything less? The knifers don't have access to Reddit in jail. If your friend was actually hitting on your mom though, I'd hit the fucker too. Sex jokes are one thing, actually trying to f my mom is another. FO real I would f a up. Chodes. Let a man game. If mama ain't feeling it, she can tell me. Typically I would get jokes about banging my mom. Always laughed it off and moved on. Then into high school I realized that it was a backhanded compliment of sorts. Then started turning the tables on the jokers. They'd say my mom is hot blah blah blah. Then I'd say yep that's why I look normal and your mom looked like the offspring of Chris Farley. They stopped after that. My mom does look kinda like Chris Farley. Bruh, I demand proof. Well both my mom and dad are hot. Growing up I was dreaded with the "your mom is a total MILF" statement, so I stopped having friends over. Then when I was older and needed to do a group project, I invited my group over. There were some girls in my group, and when they left they kept telling me that my dad was really cute and good looking. Nobody is ever allowed to come over anymore. Ever. Lol. Bringing down the goddamn hammer over here. Thors? No captains. Remember people, your stories aren't considered true until you post a picture of said MILF. I'll volunteer to go through all the pictures to confirm they are MILFs. It may take me a while though, operating mouse with left hand and all, especially scrolling through them all one-handed. I know where you can find 55 gallons of lube might speed things up a bit. I'm pretty sure someone just stocked up on the only good sale on Prime Day. That's not what I hear. Oh my lord, I'm horribly sick. Let me keep these tissues near me in case I sneeze. 720 comments x 5 seconds per photo equals 1 hour. Not that long bro.